Trebinje is a city on the south of Republika Srpska, Bosnia and Herzegovina, with a population of 30,000. Apart from numerous tourists, Trebinje has recently started attracting more and more business people. The most frequent are those who want to test their business ideas in a new and different, but very challenging and encouraging business environment. In a clean and scanty cast, everything is in front of you. Basic resources are there: rocks, water, fertile land and extraordinary climate, abundant, renewable and foreseeable. Moreover, according to the most recent European regulations, those resources could be reused under the same conditions many times, especially in the area of water management and agriculture. Plentiful karst fields intersect the rocky region of Herzegovina in the direction parallel with the Adriatic coast. The biggest and the most fertile part of the fields, around 8,000 hectares, both alluvial and diluvial, are in this very area. The most southern and the biggest one is Popovo field. The river Trebinje, which flows through it, used to be the biggest subterranean river in Europe before the hydroenergetic and agricultural projects. The Popovo field is often referred to as the Herzegovinian biblical Egypt. All over the edges of the field there are small villages, plots of land where the specific Mediterranean and other fruits and vegetables are grown, while through the center of the field, along the river Trebinje, there are more than 100 hectares belonging to the big agricultural complex Popovo Polje, which produces apples, cherries and grapes of the highest quality as a part of their I Love Fruit brand for the world markets. From the initial test production forward, nothing is left to chance. Every plant is virus-free, carefully selected, nourished and certified. Since the climate is extremely favorable, the use of chemicals is minimal and strictly controlled. In this agricultural complex, a team of agronomists is in charge of the quality of all the produce, including grape wine, for the numerous wineries of Trebinje, as well as the new culture trials. Owing to such business policy, this part of Herzegovina gets new vineyards and orchards every year. Similar agricultural capacity, not fully used yet, especially for fruit growing, could be found in the neighboring fields such as Ljubomirsko field with many water streams, as well as the Subačko field, which is being prepared with recent investments in water supply for the upcoming agricultural projects on a larger scale. For the last 20 years, the winemakers of Trebinje have significantly elevated the quality of their wines. Such developmental strategy brought numerous awards for the local wines at the regional and international wine fairs. Today, approximately 20 wineries and wine cellars are making over 1 million litres of different kinds of wine using the modern technology. Among those, there are prestigious wines that found their way into the wine markets of the traditional wine-making countries. Year after year, the number of tourists visiting these wineries and wine cellars is growing. Trebinje has never had an industrial skyline with tall chimneys since it never had ecologically detrimental industries. Owing to that, it has a pristine natural environment. However, while the organic agriculture is on the rise, the production of organic food has never developed on a larger scale. The experts claim that this type of production is very attractive and it represents a significant incentive for investments. In a genuine ecological paradise in the city of Trebinje and around it, on the hills and mountains, various medicinal herbs could be found. It is almost impossible to find a medicinal herb in an encyclopedia that does not grow in the valley of the river Trebinje, on the Herzegovinian hills and on the highest Adriatic mountain, Orion. Only a small part of that natural wealth is being distilled and transformed into the new products. Owing to the abundance of the medicinal herbs, those who frequently visit Herzegovina often say that the honey from Herzegovina is not just food, it is also a medicine. Even though it is very popular and attracts a lot of attention at numerous fairs, its production is still not optimal because the natural resources are not being used to the fullest. Only 15 kilometers from the coast, Trebinje was founded in the vicinity of the medieval cities like Dubrovnik, Herceg-Novi and Kotor. Therefore, it does not come as a surprise that the industry that makes the biggest profit in this area is tourism. Even when the business is slow, the rate of tourist growth is significant. Owing to that, there are around 20 operational hotels and hostels in Trebinje today. Moreover, private accommodation is being more attractive since traditionally Trebinje is a city with finely profiled residential areas dominated by villas and family houses with picturesque backyards and gardens. The center of the tourist oasis is the city center, built in a specific crossover between Renaissance and Orient, harmoniously combined with the typical Middle European style of the 19th century. Trebinje is the place of a slow-paced life, laid back and stress-free. On the other hand, it is also the center of the electric power system of Republika Srpska. The heart of that huge factory of electric energy is an arch-gravity dam with the average yearly production of 4 gigawatt per hour. Above, from that concrete giant, there is a large Bilecko lake, which is often referred to as the Sea of Herzegovina. Downstream is the Gorica Dam with the picturesque Trebinje Lake. This network of dams and lakes enables another very successful cross-border project, since the water from the Trebinje Lake falls on a subterranean turbine of the hydroelectric plant Dubrovnik, enabling the production of 1068 gigawatt per hour of electric energy on average. Herzegovina is characterized by the abundant precipitation, except in summer. However, its energy potentials are still not fully realized. A large amount of water flows underutilized to the river Neretva and to the sea, even though the project for its utilization was made a while ago. The title of that project is Upper Horizons, and its point is to utilize all the water for energy production while enabling better water supply for domestic use, thus creating conditions for intensive agricultural production in all the fields in the region. Numerous researchers have shown that the project is affordable, feasible, and that with its realization, the area of Herzegovina is making an important step in its development. Trebinje is the regional center of Herzegovina, and as such, it has developed a reliable business infrastructure which enables opening of new businesses. For a long time, construction, agriculture, trade and tourism were the leading industries. However, for almost a half of the century, the production of tools was one of the leading industries. It was the factory that made the highest quality tools and exported them to the markets of Europe and the United States. Despite the change of conditions, the production survived turbulent privatization processes and continues its work in the same sections that denoted the beginning of the industrialization of this region. Another proof that Trebinje is the place for versatile and attractive projects is the factory of confectionery Swiss Lion, which had successfully reached the European market. Owing to the consequences of the civil war 20 years ago, the economy is still in the phase of restructuring. However, the business people who have already invested in Trebinje claim that this city offers great opportunities not only because of its geographical position, the promising urban and business atmosphere, but also because it has available workforce with a lot of educated workers and experts of various profiles. Moreover, the city administration is very business-friendly. Along the agency, which helps small and mid-sized businesses, there is also the Service for Local Economic Development, Investments and Energy Efficiency, and the city administration representing the helping line for all those interested in investing in Trebinje. They jointly manage the fund made of financial compensation for the usage of hydroenergetic resources, and that money is being placed to business investments through business banks. The priority for these loans, with favourable interest rates, have the investments in agricultural development in a broader sense, tourism, traditional crafts, but also the investments in research and making of developmental programs, as well as the investments in new technologies, especially those concerning typical local and regional products. Therefore, for business people, Trebinje is a new and challenging address. The address where people who will help you to realize your business ideas in this part of the world are waiting for you.